Today I am hanging out with my good friend Matt, who your Instagram handle is Off-White R8, but really should become Off-White M3 because you have all the M. Ooh, it's a nice looking Viper. I've known you for, man, it's been a while, but we haven't actually filmed anything together.
Yeah.
We've done Car Week many times. I come to visit you in California and Arizona, and today will be I guess, what have I titled this? What it's like to own an M2, or what it's like to own 3-5 M cars.
Yeah.
Because we are in the M2 because it's 109 degrees outside, and the E36 does not have AC.
Right.
Does E46 have AC?
Yeah.
Does it work as well as the AC in this one?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably as
but
good.
we're in the M2 now. We're just gonna talk about what it's like to own this and other BMWs. So first off, what are all the M cars you've had?
All right. So I started out with a M4 competition,
Yes.
and then I always wanted an E36, so I purchased an E36. And then
That was the black one.
the black one. And then I liked them so much, I got two other E36s too. Sold a couple of them. Then I had Jason's M3 CS.
That blue one, yes.
Yep. And
Now this M2.
yep. Oh, and then the E46 somewhere in there.
Yes.
So just down to an E36, an M2, and an E46.
Only 3 M
Yep.
cars. So clearly, I think we can conclude that Matt likes M cars.
Yep, exactly.
And M cars of this size, right?
Yeah.
You aren't as
definitely.
interested in like an M5 or something?
I mean, I like the more driver-focused ones, and this is kind of I feel like, one of the best M cars of this, era.
This era? Okay.
Right.
Well, so since we're in this M2 right now, and I recently just drove Jason's M2 CS.
Right.
And you had Jason's M3 CS.
Mhm.
He likes the M2 CS much more than the M3 CS. He just tracked it and he loved it. But you were the first to tell me that's too much to pay for a 2 Series.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, after options and carbon ceramics,
Yeah.
I don't know, an M2 CS comes out to $94,000, then after tax, that's $100,000. So you're looking at, that's GT4 money.
You're right.
And I'm gonna say a GT4 is more fun than this. So at 40 to 50K where these are at, this is the N55 one. I think these are really good buys. The market's kind of crazy right now.
Yes.
On them, but I think it's a nice sweet spot,
All right. So I know when I first drove the M2 comp, there was the whole S55 versus N55 argument. People like to hate on the S55.
Right, yeah. I'm not going to say it's a terrible engine. It's a good engine.
Yeah.
It sounds awful. And the N55 sounds way better. But the M2 competition, it has very linear power.
Mm-hmm.
How it's, when you're driving it delivers power pretty evenly. But this one, you get that
Shove.
turbo. Yeah,
Turbo
exactly. And
shove.
I really do like that. And you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
It sounds really nice.
What have you done? So obviously you have a shifter knob. What else have you done? Is this pretty much stock, just aero?
Yeah, this is just M performance parts, really.
Oh,
on
okay.
it. Yeah, it's got a front lip, but
Yeah.
other than that, it's stock.
Huh.
Yeah.
We were just talking how the shifter knob is very dainty and small.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm not minding it, but it has rev matching, which
Right.
can you turn that off?
Yeah, you have to turn stability off.
Okay, so either
to
the
do
computer
that.
rev matches for you, or you might spin out.
Right, exactly.
There is no in between.
You get to choose.
What's your favorite part of this M2?
I don't know. It has to probably be the transmission, and
Really?
I really enjoy the new BMW, technology and everything, but I also like having the manual. And in the M3 and M4, I don't think the manual transmission suited that car that well.
Okay.
But this, I wouldn't want to have it any other way, to be honest.
So, ignoring the price delta, would you rather have this or the M4 comp?
Definitely this.
This over the M4
I'm
comp?
gonna say this. It depends what you really want. Like, if you're just gonna be dailying it, I recommend an M4. It's comfortable and everything. But if you want more of a driver focus, great on back roads. Not to say the M4 is not, but this is a little more engaging. I'm gonna definitely recommend this one.
Okay.
For people who are, interested in one, definitely this if you like to drive.
Is there anything you don't like about this M2?
That I don't like. I don't like having blank buttons, and the M1 and M2 buttons are not there.
Okay.
So you just have to toggle with those little switches down there.
Yep.
not a big issue, but coming from an M4 and an M3 CS, it was, I don't know, I got used to the M1 and M2 mode.
This is plastic.
Yeah, it's like a stamped carbon plastic.
Yeah, it's not actual carbon.
Yeah, this stupid little...
The temperature
toggle.
BMWs have had that since the Z.
I know, but there's no need. There's a digital air control there.
So the other things we need to talk about, obviously, you have 3 white M cars of a kind of a similar size. So how does I've never driven an E36. I have driven an E46. How do they all stack up?
I mean, they're all different, to be honest. You can feel this one does feel a lot, I mean, not a lot, but a little bigger than, you know, an E36 and an E46. You know, an E36, that's just, it's a little more, I want to say, like, raw feeling, and mine's, you know, it's got a lot of track performance modifications.
It looks so clean, too.
Yeah,
like, it's pristine.
It's definitely a clean example, but, I mean, they're all different in their own respect, you know. This one, since it's turbocharged, it's nice around town.
All the torque down low.
Right, exactly.
You were making fun of me earlier for being a car reviewer and not remembering how much power this made, but for some reason I thought these were at least 400, but it's 365.
Yeah, 365, yeah.
That seems really low to me for I mean, it's an M car, but like...
Yeah, I honestly think it's the perfect amount. You know, on a back road, on a really tight back road, which this loves, it's the perfect amount. You know, with the M3 CS, like you had to feather the throttle, and you can go, you know, full throttle coming out of corners. Where this, you can really get on the gas and use pretty much all of it on back roads, which I really do like.
Okay.
So you get to use all of it.
Something to be said about usable power, like the M2 CS.
Exactly.
I was braking, traction, shifting from first to second to third.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It was rowdy, but it was really fast.
Yeah, those are definitely quick.
I guess that's the creep of power, because like how much is the E36 M3 and how much is the E46 M3 power-wise?
That's around, the E36 about 240 to the wheel.
Okay.
And the E46 is about 333 to the wheel.
Yeah, and now like, I mean, we have family sedans and SUVs pushing 600, 700 horsepower. Man, I'm about to have I think I'm spending some time with the Charger Hellcat soon, and that's well over 700 horsepower, which is more than double.
How much does it weigh, though?
More than double.
Yeah, exactly.
Size of a small house. Yeah, you're right about the non-linear power. The boost really comes on right about 2500-ish. Like, you can feel it.
Yeah, it surges.
Yeah, it's nice having a manual again. The other thing that Matt and I share is we both have white R8s now.
Yeah, there you go.
We are R8 bros again.
Exactly.
That was fun. It was really cool having them next to each other, because yours is Suzuka Gray, which normally by itself just looks white. But then we parked my Ibis white, which is just a complete flat white next to it, and yours looked actually gray, had so much more depth to it.
Right.
Are all the M cars the same white? Are they all Alpine?
Yeah, all Alpine white.
Which I think the Jason's M2 CS is, what's the non-Alpine white?
No, his is Alpine.
His is Alpine white?
Yeah, you're thinking of Hockenheimer silver.
No, I'm thinking that his first M3 was like the metallic white or whatever. What's that one called? Yeah, it had a lot of depth to it.
That's mineral white. That's
white.
That's what my M4 was.
Yes,
and
that has a lot more depth to it.
Yeah, at night it's almost like it's got some gold flake in it. It looks like, but it's
nothing can beat the blue, San Marino blue.
Yeah, I know. I love that blue. I miss that.
Gorgeous paint color.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite colors.
So, all right, you obviously feel that this is the best in the 2 Series range.
Right.
I think I would take this over an M2 Comp. The M2 Comp felt very stiff, and I didn't love it. Yeah. I would take the M2 CS, because I said in that video that's one of the best driving M cars I've ever driven.
Yeah,
I really like that car.
Now, would you rather that or a GT4 then? Yeah, exactly.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
The GT4 is good, but like I say it, and I think I've annoyed some people, but I say it again. You buy a GT4 because you can't afford to buy a GT3. Because to me, the 911 is better. Like, you guys have a GT3.
Yeah.
Why didn't you buy a GT4? Because the GT3
I'd like to buy a GT4.
Because 9,000 RPM, the proper top tier GT3 911 is the one to get, right?
Yeah.
That's how I view it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Would you ever get rid of any other of these M cars? You have too many, right? You barely drive them. We were gonna do this in an E36. You're like, I haven't driven it in like a month.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Every time I think about selling them, I just would go out and buy another one.
Okay.
So, and yeah, I don't think I'd sell them.
If you can keep, well, you need more garage space now.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
That's what we need.
Could you pick a favorite?
I don't know. That's like picking a favorite child.
Oh, that'd be easy to do.
Are you the favorite child?
I am absolutely the favorite child. Sorry to my younger brothers, I am the favorite child. I pulled up my dad's dissertation, my PhD dissertation, and I had my name on the front, and I sent it to my brothers. I was like, look, see, I'm the favorite child. And my other brother was like, when was that written? I'm like, don't worry about it. It was written before they were born.
That's funny. I don't know. They're all great in their different, different aspects, but I love them all.
Are you gonna mod this one?
Yep.
What's coming up?
So I have a Dainty exhaust, Resonator delete, and intake ordered for it, and I'm debating doing the Stage 4 Dainty, which is front mount intercooler, bigger turbo, and a tune, obviously.
That would be rowdy.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, it would probably take it up a notch.
Yeah. I think I'm jaded. That feels slow.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming out on an R8.
Yeah, I mean.
I know you're. It's all perspective, right?
I know. I mean, you think about cars, yeah, like the R8, even the Shelby, or like, I mean, what was the last thing I was driving fast? The Pista. That was.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I mean.
That car was just straight absurd.
Yeah.
Look at Molsine. Anyways, what else is there to talk about what it's like to own an M2? We've been driving the straight line, which is obviously not the best time to exploit
exactly.
them, but whatever. I've driven these plenty fun before. The rev match downshift is nice because it makes it perfect all the time.
You look like a pro to everyone else on the outside.
Yeah. Is there really nothing else you don't like about this car? It is that great.
Man, I'm trying to think.
The AC doesn't get cold fast enough.
Yeah, AC takes a little while to.
A little while. The styling, I like the M2. I never liked the 1M. The 1M
really?
looked way too stubby to me. Like somebody just took a car and went squish.
No,
and like the headlights are too tall. But the M2 I think looks good.
I don't know. I like them all.
You like them all?
Yeah, I think this is perfectly styled. I personally prefer this over the competition. I like these wheels better, and I think the front bumper's a little nicer.
Okay.
And you don't have that ugly exhaust hanging down.
Oh my god, the udder.
Yeah, exactly.
Just the huge muffler. Thankfully, Jason already blacked his out.
I know. It looks way better with it blacked out, but.
And the thing is, like, I didn't know it at first until he pointed it out, and
then you can't unsee it.
You cannot unsee it. So next time you see an M2 competition or CS, look at the muffler.
Yeah,
it looks like a diaper hanging down underneath the car. Yeah, that was bad. What do you think about the G80?
I'm torn on it. I don't know. It's growing on me for sure.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, I can't wait to drive one.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a great car. I think it's a great car for what it is, but it's not an M car.
Oh.
I mean, let alone the size, and now they're offering all-wheel drive. Like 20 years ago, if you told the M division you're going to be offering all-wheel drive on an M3 or M, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Imagine
they wouldn't believe that.
all-wheel drive E46 M3. Be like,
yeah, exactly. That
doesn't make any sense.
So I'm sure it's a great car, but I don't know if it's a great M car.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. I think they're doing weird things to the CS name too. There's an M5 CS.
Oh yeah, the M5 CS.
And to me, CS is like the hardcore, like stripped out, sportiest version, right?
Right.
And now you're putting a CS badge on a 5,000-pound luxury sedan.
Right.
And I was like, I'm not sure about that one, but.
Yeah.
Well, this is what it's like to own an M2, and we kind of chatted about some of the other ones. We'll do more videos. I need an exhaust for my R8 because it sounds like a vacuum. Last time I was out here, because when I bought it, drove from LA out to Scottsdale, stayed here, and then we had the cars out, and Matt would accelerate next to me, and I'd be like, oh, there's no point. Should be fixed soon. I might be getting a B-Rogue titanium exhaust.
Hint.
B-Rogue is the best for the Audi R8s. Is that it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm trying to think of anything else.
Do you miss the CS? I miss the CS. That M3 was nice.
Yeah.
But
it
it was not
nice.
Oh, so here's the thing. you needed to come to Michigan sometime, and I can see if Jason will let you drive the M2. But I didn't think the M3 CS was worth the extra 30, 40 grand over an M2 M3 comp, but I do think the M2 CS is worth it.
Really?
I liked it that much.
Wow.
There's a 4 Series.
Yeah.
It was great. It
Really?
had power all the time. Ooh, look at that 458. That's a really nice one. It looked really good. It didn't sound as good as the M3 CS. It was a lot quieter for some reason. That was weird. Anyways.
Interesting, yeah.
Interesting indeed. You'll have to try one out.
Yeah, definitely.
Since it costs too much for an M2. Anyways, we'll conclude this video then. Check out Off-White R8 on the Instagrams. Although you don't post that much anymore, do you?
Here and there. They're usually just M cars.
It's just M cars. Yeah, you gotta change your username.
Yeah.
And we shall conclude this video. Thanks, Matt.
Sounds good, of course.
Thanks for letting me drive the M2.
Of course.
It's always fun.